This is a aqua blue ice flower. Okay, today we're at the Goodwill in Anda. This is a bunch of, this is a glass to the flowers, but well, I don't remember where this yard sale is, but it's the first yard sale I went to, and apparently this new microphone isn't working right or something. I'm going to run another test on it today and see if it's working, because I know it's been charged. So at this yard sale, it was mostly like their children's stuff and their kitchen stuff. Excuse me. This was a cookie press. And I was wondering if that was a working scale. And there was only one of these. If there'd been a whole set, I might have thought about getting them, but clear glass just doesn't move very well for me. And then clothing. And then, oh, I didn't get a picture of it for the recap, but this, I paid $1 for it, and it is like daffodils. So the value on that will be $4. I don't really see anything else there. So I think I will quickly move on. They did have some jewelry over here at this table, but she wanted like $10 an item for her jewelry, or $5, and these brooches were really pretty, but she wanted $10 a piece for them. And I just don't like the idea of buying used makeup, so I didn't buy the makeup either. We were standing here talking about the jewelry. She said that those are all real pearls, and cultured pearls are the same as freshwater pearls. They're just, I couldn't value that they were real pearls, and no matter what somebody says. So, and then she had other little things over here. The less expensive jewelry, but there wasn't anything that she wanted too high a prices for her items. So I only ended up getting this plant. Okay, so now I've moved on to another yard sale. It's a twofer. I think there were 2 yard sales in the same cul-de-sac. And I'm looking around. It looks like they're mostly cleaned out their kids' closets, getting ready for summer. There's some paparazzi jewelry in here. And nothing really. I don't like those rings that are stretchy. They pinch your finger and they're uncomfortable. So I didn't purchase anything from here. But I did look through it, and I wished I'd have put it in the camera. I'm going to get better. I promise y'all I will get better at But with paparazzi, I know I'm not going to find Bakelite or anything like that. It's just going to be plastic. And then this was just some wallets. And it mostly looked like little kids' items. Things that I don't resell personally. Now, some people do, and that's just fine if you are a reseller. And if you would like me to look at the children's items, I can definitely pick up some children's items, but they're just not my niche right now. Wine set. It's like everywhere I wanted to step, this lady wanted to be in front of me. And she was the lady having the yard sale. There were 3 ladies having this yard sale. So I'm looking down through this side. And then I went over across the road to around the cul-de-sac to another yard sale that looked a little more promising. But then when I got in here, I realized it was mostly kids' stuff as well. I guess somebody's cleaning out the summer closets, getting ready for spring and summer for their little children. I looked a little bit through the linens. There wasn't anything. And then the clothing was all way too small for me. I don't buy a lot of clothing for resale unless it's like the vintage band concert t-shirts and stuff. I believe that was a lamp or a candlestick holder. Oh, I did get this 14 doilies out of this bag from this yard sale at 50 cents a piece. I'll show them in the recap one by one. I thought this bowl was pretty, but it was flash painted and it was wearing off. Look down through the holiday stuff. I'm trying to get to the end so I can go back around the other side. And children's toys again. And plushies and dolls. And they have some jewelry here. It wasn't a bad price, but there wasn't anything that excited me. It just looked like you know, just ordinary. That was just little tiny pieces of leather shaped like leaves. That was just a chain. The gold thing is part of the box. And then lanyards and key rings. Back here on this table was like craft supplies. And just before I was ready to go, I did notice these floral bricks that you use for making flower arrangements. So after I dump all their corks out and had to pick them up, I felt terrible, but it happens. But I got some floral bricks for Emmy to do her projects that she's doing with the flower arranging in baskets and things. And I didn't know about these. I didn't want to open the bag to see if it was strands or bunches or what it was. But I was talking to Emmy and she said she might be considering selling the. I got these little foam cubes for Emmy. She might consider selling her or letting me sell her um, floral arrangements after she gets them made. So I want to go around and look at this side of this table, mostly kids' clothes, and then I find books and toys. I did see this Bop It thing, and I thought that'd be fun for the kids. I do need to get some AAA batteries for it. So I'm gonna get that. I think our total spent at this yard sale was $17 or something. Okay, so today I'm at a yard sale over here on Custer in Augusta. We're going to go in and see if we can thrift anything good for e-commerce for free. And my microphone quit again. So we're going to go in and see what we can thrift inside here. They always advertise this as a huge yard sale, and it's not. That was a huge vase. It wasn't something that I felt comfortable shipping, even though it was only $3. And then she had a lot of Elvis memorabilia. And Dale Earnhardt. And some perfumes. I guess those were Scentsy candles or wax melts or something. And then they had a lot of clothing. I was looking at these leggings. I liked them, but they were way too small for me. That one fell right off the end of the rack there. But they were way too small for me. And if they won't fit me, I know they won't fit Emmy. A lot of clothes. So I'm going to go around here to this table and see if there's anything over here. I don't believe I purchased anything at this yard sale. I do remember texting Jesse after I left there. I didn't know what these black eggs were. It says wooden eggs. I guess you could paint them or something. But most of the tables are all clothing. This is outdated Valentine's hot chocolate things, and curling irons and things. I don't know. I didn't see anything worth picking up there. I do come around here and I find that this is a nutcracker bowl, but I like this monkey pod bowl. And it was signed and it said monkey pod on it. But I didn't like it, $4 worth, so sorry I hiccuped there. More clothes, baby items. I'll come over. Nope, more clothes. I'm trying to get between these tables to come over here and look, see what they've got over here on this edge. Lamps and candles. I thought that was a face mug, but it was for a Halloween, so I didn't get that. More baby clothes. Car seats. And toys. More toys. And then drinkware. And then over here were some hats and other little odds and ends, DVDs. They said they'd be having this yard sale every weekend. Medium, that was a good series. I liked it. They'd be having this yard sale every weekend until everything is gone. And they advertise it as huge, and it does take up a lot of space, but they don't have a lot of items. A little skirt there. And I didn't get anything at this yard sale either. Okay, my yard sales were out of order. I started in Augusta and ended up in Andover. And here I'm walking into the Andover Goodwill talking about how you can't go to a town that has a Goodwill in it and not stop at the Goodwill. Excuse me. So let's go in and see what we can thrift for you and for e-commerce. The colors this week are still 75% off purple and 50% off green. So we're going to go back to the hard goods. And this is a brown end cap where the Easter end cap used to be. I found this beautiful cross that was from, I wrote it down. Roman Ink was the makers of it. And these florals, I didn't know if they were part of their display or what, but one huge flower like that, I didn't know. And they wanted like $3.99 or $2.99 or something a piece for them. I don't know who was pricing that day, but they overpriced their florals. This was cute. I didn't know what it was for. It's just a big old trinket box. I like these salt and pepper shakers, but they wanted $3 each. and that would mean I'd have to sell them for $6 each, and that'd make a $13, $12 set of salt and pepper shakers, and I couldn't see it. This looked like it was flash painted. The color wasn't even as if it was that color of glass. Looking through here. I was just at this store at the beginning of the week, so there wasn't a whole lot of difference. I didn't know what this was. It didn't have an opening or anything. That's chipped up. Trying to see what's on the bottom shelf. Tea Party. It almost looked like Mexican pottery, but it wasn't. I like this little bear. It looked like it was a student art project. He did a pretty good job, but he forgot to put an ear on the bear. He, she, whoever the student was. So we'll go down through here. We have angels, and I like this little bowl, but it was flash painted and it was turning black, so I didn't know if it was something that might harm somebody if they used it. This looked like a student project, or art project, and it was well done. And I thought this might be Mexican pottery, but I couldn't read the label on the bottom of it. If it would have had a sugar to go with it, I might have considered it, but it didn't. It was just a little picture. And this one was pretty, but it was a candle. I thought it was something else, but it was just a candle. See, this time the plastic one didn't get me. So we'll come around and look at the black end cap before we go down the other side of the aisle. And this is the metals and wires. I kind of go quickly through here because I usually don't find anything of value. I did see this. I don't know what it was. It looked like a solar light on the top of it, but I didn't know. I just couldn't tell you what that was. It was a little box. So then we'll look at the red end cap. This looked like another student piece. It was a mama and baby deer, but they were very beginner student. I'm gonna guess maybe elementary students. So I'm gonna look at the yellow end cap. Nope. We're gonna go back down the other side of the metals. Candlesticks and pots and pans, a letter M. jewelry hangers and baskets, or metal baskets. That was it was metal, but I think it was a Christmas ornament. And I didn't know what that said, so it was in some other language. So now we'll look at the blue end cap here. I like this. This is a aqua blue ice flower. I figured it'd be good for doing crafts if I have crafty people out there, or if Emmy dibs it. But she didn't dibs it. She's got with the florals and the things like that for crafting. She waits to see if somebody else is going to dibs them before she dibs them. Looking through the dishes and kitchen stuff. I see this rooster. He's just too cute. He was made in Portugal, and he is I don't remember. Oh yeah, he's is ceramic and hand painted. So I'm gonna get my rooster and my little ice ball. Good morning, Edward. My cat just come through a visit. Hi, sweetheart. Hey, sweetheart. You've been in the sand pit. CJ's going to have to clean out the sand pit. I like this cup, but it was modern, so I didn't get it. I wanted to move my cart out of somebody's way. So we'll look at the yellow end cap here. Those are nice bookends if somebody is a golfer. And this is a pretty little hummingbird thing. But I had one in my store and it didn't sell. This is another art project, elephant. And this little bear was, I'm supposing, another art project. It was better made than the other ones. But somebody tried. I'm going to give them an A for effort for trying. I didn't know why there was a hole in the middle of this top and it didn't come out. And then I find this pink letter K. Very pretty. It's sparkly, so I'll put that in my cart and get my cart out of this lady's way. Bring my cart over closer to where I'm at. And then I found this onyx leaf. It is just too pretty. What I didn't notice was the chip at the bottom. So that'll probably go on my shelf unless somebody chooses to want to get it. And out of the corner of my eye, I spot this beautiful black K. That I said, okay, I will get this big letter K. I had to look see how much it was. It was $4, so it would be $7. And this is from some other country. I'm guessing Germany or something. That's a stamp holder. And the pink end cap. There hadn't been any really changes here. And the bottom of it's purples. And then I'll go down through the baskets really quick. I saw this one. This is when I looked up comps on it, it said it was a Longaberger basket, but I thought it was cute because it looked like a little rocking cradle. And then I saw all these grapes in this basket, so I decided to pick those up. They had a large set and 3 or 4 small sets. They were like $1.99 a set. So I'm going to get the grapes. And then the silver rim cap. I have one of these right here in my bin in my office. Well, it's actually Butcher's office, but I've kind of taken it over for my videoing and picturing my items. Because that's where my light box is. So, and then this is the cups and drinkware and plastics. I'm not seeing anything that's really getting my attention. And then this is Christmassy bits. It's too bad this truck didn't have a back axle. And this was pretty. It said it was, I can't remember what it was. But I've seen that name on several different things that it's been coming up lately. So I'm going to have to do some more research on it. I don't remember what it was, but next time I see that name, I will write it down or something so I can... Hopefully my microphone will be working and I can remember the name to see if... And this lid, it just came off. I didn't take it off. It just came off when I was looking at it. I liked the jadeite of it, but I did not want to buy a broken jewelry box. And Goodwill's good about putting items on the shelf even if they're broken and charging way too much for them. But some people may know how to fix that. So, and this I determined was an upside down dollhouse desk. And here's the green end cap. This was a dragon on one side and a mushroom on the other side. It was a incense burner, or owl, I'm sorry. Owls and mushrooms. Okay, I remember seeing mushrooms on it. And there's another bunch of grapes. And then the white end cap before I go to the other end of the aisle. They have a lot of lamps today and some clocks. I went down the other side of the aisle. Crock pots and small appliances. That lamp was really pretty. And this is the other end of this aisle. I think somebody was standing there, is why I went and looked on the other side. And curling irons and hair dryers. And then I decided to go through the florals again. I'm trying to actually make it so you can see what I'm looking at, but I'm not good at remembering to put the camera where my eyes are. I was trying to get this bunch of flowers out. That's red, white, and blue roses that look like they had dew on them. And a little bunch of yellow roses. Oops, I dropped them. And then some other pink florals, hydrangeas and pink roses. And my favorite of the ones they had there was the carnations. I love carnations almost as much as I love sunflowers. And these are purple. I don't know what they are, but they kind of look like a sunflower. But I've never seen a purple sunflower, so. But I guess if you're making it out of silk, it can be any color you want. So then I decided to look at the small picture frames. That one was pretty, but it was just beads glued into the glass.
Glued in it?
They were glued in behind the glass. I didn't. This one opened. It's a clock in a picture frame.
That's
And then other small picture frames that you can probably get cheaper at Walmart. That was a really heavy picture frame for its size. And then this is the miscellaneous items. And those were napkin dispensers down there at the bottom. And the plushies. And then I decided to go take a quick browse through the linens. towels. So I said, I have that set of sheets at home. And these are pillow shams. And baby blankets and washcloths. That's a table runner with stains on it. This is just a piece of fabric. This is turkey fabric. More pillow shams, or pillowcases and sheets. This doily had a seam down the middle of it, so you could tell it was machine made. It wasn't a real crocheted doily. Their linens and item is almost as big as their hard goods. This was a table runner, but it looked like it would snag real easy. More bedclothes, rugs. I did find this doily, but then I got to looking at it, and there was a lot of stitching missing. It had been there, but it was taken out. And then I think I went into pajamas or something. That was a baby Afghan. And then I decided to look through the jewelry to see if there was anything I was waiting for checkout. Those were pretty. At one of the Goodwills, I was told that they take all the good jewelry and send it to their online store. That was on backwards, and it just needed to go the right way. Kind of trying to thumb through it and see if there's anything that looks good there. And then I go through the purses a little bit while I'm waiting to check out. I can't remember what that said, but that one was tore up. That I love the feel of that soft leather. And I was mentioning the fact that the label was already turned out like that meant somebody had already gone through. And if there had been any really good purses in there, I'm sure they were already picked over and pulled out. I couldn't read it from here, but I don't remember what it was. I didn't know the label. I hadn't read it before. It's a real soft leather. So then there's checkout. And now I will do our recap, which is rather lengthy. But I want to ask you to do something nice for someone, even if it's just make them smile. Hopefully I'll learn how to get my microphone working. It's brand new. It should work. So do something nice for somebody, even if it's just make them smile, and get lockered. Thank you for being here. This is a Roman Ink Incorporated brand of wall cross. It is 10 inches tall, and the value is between $7 and $22. You can see on the back it was made in China. This is a pink sparkly letter K. It did come from Hobby Lobby, and it is very, very cool. And the value is $6. This letter K is too large to put on the turntable. It is 16 inches tall and 16 inches wide. It is black and white with beautiful design on it, and it hangs by this ribbon. And the value is $7. This is a eucalyptus basket. Then the value of it is $5. So it is so pretty. This is a Fenton hobnail dish, a lidded dish. It is white opalescent, and it's called the Moonstone Opalescent. Let me see if I can change the color on this. This is a hand-painted white rooster figurine that was made in Portugal. It is ceramic, and it is 5.5 inches tall and 4 inches across, and it values between $6 and $60. This doesn't really turn on the turntable. This is a floral jeweled embroidered doily in beiges and browns. It has little tassels on it and little yellow jewels, and it values between $6 and $15. This is a Royal Copenhagen ceramic dash hound. It is 4 inches by 4 inches, and it is just so cute. The value on this is $4 to $15. He's in browns. This is a large bunch of rubber grapes out of the floral department, and they value at $3. There's quite a few little grapes there. This is a medium-sized bunch of grapes, or bunch of medium-sized grapes, that also values at $3. This is a small bunch of, I guess they're red grapes, and they value at $4. A small bunch of green grapes, they also value at $4. They are these possum grapes? Is that what they're that small? Okay, anyway, small grapes for $4. This is a small bunch of red grapes that also values at $4. They're kind of rubber, and they got plastic leaves. This is, according to all the comps I could find, a Longaberger rocking woven basket. The value on it is between $6 and $10. And it is just too cute. It rocks. This is some grapevine or grape leaf florals. The value on this is $6. This is an aqua blue ice flower bunch of, they're like plastic beads that are wired together for craft projects, and the value on these are $6 to $8. This is a small bunch of deep red roses that are valued about $4 for the bunch. There are 5 roses on the bunch. This is a bunch of red, white, and blue silk roses. They do have what looks like dewdrops on them. The value on those are $6. They'd be pretty in a craft project. Have them scoot on around here. This turntable doesn't go quick enough for me. This is a bunch of purple flowers. I don't know what they're called, but they got a kind of a sunflower look to them, but they're purple, and the value on those is $4. This is a small bunch of yellow roses. Well, there's only a few little roses here, and the value on those is $5. They're just pretty. The last of the flowers, but not the least, is my favorite, the chrysanthemums. Actually, I love sunflowers, but I don't happen to have any sunflowers. So this value on this is $4. And they're kind of white with a pink tip on them. Just beautiful.
cool.